walkie-talkie me about a change in the lineup. Nicole, are you there? Okay, I just wanted to make it sure. Keegan Kleppy is supposed to be 12 or 14. So Keegan Kleppy is 12. And Lexi Gaffey is 14. Thank you. So the handwritten stuff was wrong. So you had on. Okay. So this is right. So Keegan is 12 and Gaffey is 14. Okay, got it. Fans, be sure to pick up your limited edition 2026 Girls State Softball Souvenir Program and Tournament merchandise. Purchase yours today by visiting a program or merchandise stand on the main commons. In accordance with Iowa law, we remind you that Harlan Rogers Sports Complex is a smoke-free facility. Your cooperation is greatly appreciated. I haven't checked it. I would say Kleppy, but they haven't come up to talk to me yet. No, I was not. As the Iowa Girls High School Athletic Union approaches its 100th anniversary in 2027, it proudly announces the launch of the Iowa Girl Foundation, a bold new initiative to strengthen the future of girls' athletics and leadership in Iowa. To learn more, visit iowagirlfoundation.org or scan the QR codes located throughout the complex and in this year's program. Fans, please keep an eye out for foul balls. If you do happen to encounter a foul ball, please return it to the concession stand. Thank you for your assistance.
We hope you're enjoying all the great competition you're seeing here today. At the Iowa Girls High School Athletic Union, we're grateful for the incredible support that makes this event possible. None more vital or valued than the proud title sponsor, Iowa Farm Bureau. With me here today is Brent Johnson, president of the Iowa Farm Bureau, to explain why their organization invests in and supports the Girls Union.
Thanks, Erin. The Iowa Farm Bureau has been the title sponsor of the Iowa Girls High School Athletic Union for more than 2 decades now. The athletes competing here today represent the very best of our nation's student athletes, driven, dedicated, and committed to teamwork. At the Iowa Farm Bureau, we share those same values. Our farmers lead the nation not only in the production of corn, hogs, eggs, and ethanol, but also in the implementation of a number of innovative soil and water conservation practices which hold soil in place and reduce runoff. These shared values unite Iowa's student athletes and farm families, and our partnership with the Girls Union gives us the perfect opportunity to celebrate that commitment to excellence statewide.
Thank you, Brent. We appreciate the Iowa Farm Bureau's ongoing support and the role you play in helping Iowa's girls shine.
Good afternoon and welcome to Hy-Vee Field here at the Iowa Girls High School Athletic Union State Softball Tournament presented by Iowa Farm Bureau. Alongside Laura Leonard, I am Brad Wells, and we will have a 2A matchup, the 4-5 seed between the Iowa City Regina Regals and the Hinton Blackhawks right here on the Girls Union Network, powered by Mid-American Energies. We take a look at Regina Catholic 21-9, and the Hinton Blackhawks are 26-4 on this season, and two teams that play some good competition and playing some of their best softball of the year.
Yeah, they're playing well down the stretch, and that's what you need to do. And Hinton has won 8 in a row coming into this tournament, and so they feel like they're on the upswings. Regina is a team that's been here a lot. They're experienced, and they know what they need to do.
All right, we take a look at some statistical comparisons brought to you by Sioux Cup, and you take a look at these two teams, both of them as a team collectively hitting better than 330, and both with pitchers that really do a fantastic job. For Hinton, kind of a 1-2 punch at pitcher, and for Iowa City, Regina, it's Lily Neibauer that really the heavy ace for the Regals.
Yeah, and she's the one that has carried the load for them most of the season, and they're going to rely on that arm again. And she's going to look for her teammates to get her an early lead if they can, and then see if they can roll from there.
For Iowa City, Regina, their fourth appearance in the last 6 years, their first since 2023. They won back-to-back state titles in 2022 and 2023, and the 12th overall state appearance for Iowa City, Regina. For the Hinton Blackhawks, their first trip to state since 2010. And Laura, Hinton has a senior class that has 30 appearances at different state tournaments between the boys and the girls. They've been at the basketball state tournament dominating, the volleyball state tournament, and here ready to make some noise in the 2026 softball tournament.
Yeah, they're figuring why not round out the year and let's make some noise at the softball tournament. They've got that experience. They know what it means to be on this big stage. State
runners-up in volleyball this year and in basketball. The 2025 basketball state champions, the Hinton Blackhawks. And so meeting between the two head coaches for Iowa City, Regina, Angela Kessler, in year number 7, as it's her first head coaching job, and Jennifer Jacobs List in year number 11 for Hinton. First year was in 2016. As we're coming off our 2A opener, where 8th-seeded Cardinal got the win 4-3 over Grandview Christian. And so Cardinal advances into the winner's bracket. We'll play the winner of this game. That'll be tomorrow at 12:30. And the loser will play number 1 overall seed Grandview Christian at 10 a.m. tomorrow. All of those right here on Hy-Vee Field.
Well, that opener was a good one to get us kicked off here at the state tournament. And we expect some big things here. This is going to be a good matchup between these two teams.
All right, we get ready for the introductions of both teams, as it's 4th-seeded Iowa City, Regina, and 5th-seeded Hinton, all coming your way here on the Girls Union Network, powered by Mid-American Energy. Now let's meet the athletes and the coaches for both teams here in Fort Dodge, Iowa, at Harlan and Hazel Rogers Sports Complex.
Number 11, Avery Soroka. Number 15, Megan Troyerweiler. Number 16, Ashlyn Musselman. The assistant coaches are Brian DeYoung and Jaden Case. Now let's meet the starters for the Blackhawks. Leading off, a sophomore, the shortstop, number 12, Addison Dungle. Batting second, a senior, the pitcher, number 17, Kayla Cypersma. Batting third, a senior, the center fielder, number 33, Sydney Duskett. Batting fourth, a senior, third baseman, number 10, Carlin Kovarna. Batting fifth, a junior, the first baseman, number 9, Kaylin Badar. Batting sixth, a freshman, the catcher, number 31, Cadence Smith. Batting seventh, a freshman, the DP, number 23, Chanley Boovie. Batting eighth, a senior, the second baseman, number 6, Becca Lars. Batting ninth, a junior, the right fielder, number 2, Adeline Utek. And the flex player this afternoon, In left field, number 18, Megan Leary. Head coach for Hinton, Jennifer Jacobs-List. Now let's meet the non-starters for Regina. Number 2, Kylie Mattoon. Number 4, Vivian Cook. Number 7, Taylor Tunnings. Number 8, Lucy White. Number 10, Shay Haynes. Number 11, Leah Sickles. Number 13, Lila Chandler. Number 15, Ella Dieters. The assistant coaches are Craig Stratton and Dylan Van Meter. Now let's meet your starters for Regina Catholic. Leading off, a junior, the pitcher, number 19, Lily Niebauer. Batting second, a junior, the shortstop, number 12, Keegan Kleppe. Batting third, an 8th grader, the second baseman, number 14, Lexi Gaffey. Batting fourth, an 8th grader, playing third base, number 9, Brooklyn Armentrout. Batting fifth, a senior, left fielder, number 6, Harper Irwin. Batting sixth, a junior, the center fielder, number 1, Naomi Davison. Batting seventh, a freshman, the DP, number 23, Jordy Klein. Batting eighth, a senior, the catcher, number 3, Chloe Rogers. Batting ninth, a sophomore, the right fielder, number 5, Maggie White. And the flex player this afternoon, a sophomore playing first base, number 17, Lily Noller. Head coach for the Regals, Angela Kessler. Ladies and gentlemen, our umpires for this afternoon's contest is assigned by the Iowa Girls High School Athletic Union. At first base, Brian Cole. At third base, Jody Welenga. And calling balls and strikes, Ron Whitehead. Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for state tournament softball.
All right, we get ready for our second game of the Class 2A field as you have the starters and your options off the bench for these two teams. Alongside Laura Leonard, I am Brad Wells. And Laura, the temperature is cranking up here in Fort Dodge as we had the first game that we announced. We're just walking around outside between those two games. That temperature is certainly rising here in Fort Dodge. Cooler temperatures like low to mid 80s expected most of this week, but today it's going to get really, really hot. And you're starting to feel it out there right now at 88 degrees.
Yeah, it warmed up in a hurry because this morning was really pleasant, really nice, and I'm sure the games that started early, they were happy that they got their games in at that 10 and 10:30 time frame.
My weather app says 88 degrees, feels like 100, and you get out there on top of the dirt as well, and the fans sitting on the concrete stands behind them. It's going to feel warm out there. It's going to be
warm, and not only dirt over here, but we have a turf field as well, and the heat comes off of that. And so it's going to be a warm one as this day goes on.
All right, we get ready for this opener as Iowa City Regina is the 4 seed, will be the home team, and they will be on defense first. So you're watching Lily Niebauer warm up in the circle, and as you think about Niebauer, really just a kid that Coach Angela Kessler says has great spin on the ball, has good speed, and had double-digit strikeouts in multiple games this season. Unanimously voted first-team all-conference pitcher in the River Valley South, who has 3 teams at state this year.
Yeah, pretty tough conference, and to be able to get all of those honors tells you she's a pretty solid pitcher. And this team has only given up 1 run through regional play. So they defensively have done it, pitching they have done it, and obviously been able to score the runs.
First pitch outside of the zone on Addison Dunkel. Dunkel, sophomore shortstop for this Blackhawks team. And 2 balls, no strikes now from Niebauer. For Dunkel, a kid that hits .441 on the season. And a 3-0 start.
Yeah, being patient as that leadoff hitter. Go ahead and take a few pitches, make the pitcher come into you, and if you can coax a walk out of her to start things off, all the better.
And the 3-0 in there for a strike.
And you have to figure a few nerves for both of these teams.
Here's the 3-1, and it's grounded to Kleppe at short. The throw across the diamond to Noller is in time, and there is one away.
Kleppe doing a good job of just sliding, shuffling those feet, sliding over, fielding that ball, getting into position, showing off range and anticipation, and the ball came off the bat.
So Kayla Cypersma is now the batter. And Cypersma looks at a first pitch low in the zone from Neibauer. Cypersma, a senior, pitcher and first baseman. Cypersma, 98 innings pitched to lead the way, has a .361 batting average, has a team-high 16 walks drawn on the season.
That tells you she's patient. She always looks for the pitch that she can drive. She's one that she wants to hit those hard line drives and loves to be at the plate, loves to swing it.
Neibauer, the junior, delivers that one. It's sliced back into the net. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
You're going to have to kind of take a look at pitch count as well for both of these pitchers as it starts to warm up. And so far, Hinton has made Neibauer throw a lot of pitches early.
Here's a grounder, a slow roller to third. And the long throw across the diamond is just in time as Brooklyn Armentrout, the 8th grader, made an excellent play from the hot corner.
Boy, had to charge that one, and we saw one of those earlier in that first ball game that we did. Big full swing, but just a little dribbler down the third baseline. It stayed fair, and you have to charge that, pick that clean out of your glove, and make a strong throw, and Armentrout did just that.
So 2 down here. Sydney Duskett is the batter. 1 ball, no strikes. Duskett, a senior center fielder.
Nice line drive. Hit it on the screws, but right over there at Gaffey.
So Gaffey makes the play. 3 up, 3 down here in the top of the first for Hinton. Iowa City Regina will lead things off. Lily Neibauer will be your batter to start. This is the Iowa Girls Union Network, powered by Mid-American Energy.
Hey, Frank. Oh, it looks like you spilled some grease.
Grills are multiplying and you need flavor that's bold.
There's nothing left for you to do
But to go to Fairway, your dream for Midwest meat. It's the one you need. Oh, yes, indeed. Oh, you better stake up. Fairway and meat go hand in hand.
This dream is meant for you and me.
Poultry, pork, and beef, your home for Midwest meat. It's the one you need. Oh, yes, indeed. Oh, yes, indeed.
Fairway, it's the one you need.
In the bottom of the first inning, Hinton defensively Starts with a first pitch strike to Lily Neibauer. As Kayla Cypersma in the circle, a 1.99 ERA, 98 innings pitched in this game. There's a ground ball up the middle. Nice play at shortstop by Addie Dunkel, moving to her left. Makes the throw across the diamond for out number 1.
Dunkel makes a nice play, and Lars came over from second base. She was shaded over as they had adjusted the defense. She's the one that took the throw over there at first as Bader was moving in and pinching in at the corner.
So Keegan Kleppe is the batter.
And again, they have the same kind of alignment defensively as they've got corners pulled in. Dunkel playing in a few steps at shortstop, but Lars is playing right over there as a first baseman would play, as Bader is played in.
There's a slow roller. This is going to go foul first base side. Kleppe, a 477 hitter. Finds a way on base. Of her 42 hits, 33 of them singles, 5 doubles, 3 triples, does have a home run, and 20 runs driven in. That one's fouled away to stay alive.
They're trying to stay down in the zone as these lefty hitters are up there, having to reach and make that adjustment at the plate to try to make contact.
This is a high fly ball, center field. Back goes Duskett, who makes the catch for out number 2. Duskett, an interesting story as well for Hinton, playing softball for the first time since her 7th grade year here as a senior. She's going to continue her college career playing basketball at Augustana, roaming around in center field. Lexi Gaffey, the batter for the Regals.
Well, and she made a nice adjustment out there. That ball started out, it kind of tailed, and again, the wind has changed directions several times since we started play early this morning.
Yeah, it was going from left field foul pole to right field foul pole early on. Now, as you look at the flag, it's going from that right field foul pole straight towards home. It's going to push everything towards third base and left field. It's a 1-1, fouled back into the net. 1 ball, 2 strikes. There's a fair ball over the third baseman's head, Kavarna. And Gaffey is aboard. Now the ball gets loose, and Gaffey advances to second base. A 2-out single, and then an error will advance her to second base and be in scoring position here in the first inning.
Made the adjustment on that pitch and went down and got it just enough to drop it into left field, and then took advantage of the error. See if that error comes back to haunt Hinton. Give them that extra base, puts a runner in scoring position.
Brooklyn Armentrout is the batter. 8th grader swings at the first pitch of her first state tournament and fouls it away. Head coach Angela Kessler says she really attacks the ball when she is at the plate. Comes up with an opportunity to give the Regals an early lead. Here's the 0-1. Change up, slapped into left field, and being held at third is Gaffey. And so Armentrout with back-to-back singles now for Iowa City Regina. She advances to second base on the throw that goes home. And now it's Harper Irwin, the senior, comes to the plate in the first inning. 2 aboard and 2 outs.
Now, this is where you take advantage of these opportunities, and you've got 2 runners now in scoring position and a chance to put your team up with a base hit, maybe by 2 runs.
The pitch misses outside. 1-1 now the count. Good framing by Cadence Smith behind the plate. Just a freshman. Now 2-1 the count.
Cypress mixing in the off speed, trying to keep these hitters off balance.
Here's a high fly ball, deep left field. This is back, and this is gone. A 3-run bomb by Harper Irwin, and Iowa City Regina takes a lead in the first inning.
Boy, what a swing. And it just continued to sail as Leary gave chase, but it clears the fence pretty easily. Got full extension, got it up in the jet zone, and it flew out of here.
Laura Harper Irwin, a senior, hits her first home run of the season here at the state tournament in the first inning of the opener. Extra base hits in today's game are brought to you by Channel Seeds. The enhanced Channel Seed brand is here to help farmers like you up your game and rise to the challenge. Learn more at channel.com/rise. Here's a fly ball, left field, drifting towards foul territory, and it does fall down. Oni Davison is the batter after the 3-run bomb by Harper Irwin.
Well, they took advantage of it. They got the back-to-back singles, and then Irwin comes up and just laces one out of the ballpark to give them that comfortable lead. Now, if you're Hinton, you just have to shake that one off. It's still early. It's just the first inning, so you've got a lot of time to be able to come back, but you got to get out of this right now. No more damage is what you have to be thinking.
Cypersma on the season allows just under 2 runs per game, but gives up a 3-run shot here in the first inning. Harper Irwin, the senior, delivering a big swing with 2 outs.
They say she's the leader of the team, and she just proved it right there.
This is a tough play at shortstop, but that is in time. Nice play defensively by Dunkel at short, but a 3-run bomb by Harper Irwin as Iowa City Regina 3 runs on 3 hits in the bottom of the first. We'll take a break. We'll be back. More coming up on the Girls Union Network, powered by Mid-American Energy.
Freedom Tire is proud to support the Iowa Girl through their sponsorship of the Iowa Girls High School Athletic Union. With 6 locations around the metro, you're never far from getting you back or keeping you on the road. Our certified staff and state-of-the-art technology means you can take comfort knowing you've got the best work at the best prices. Give us a try at Freedom Tire, a proud supporter of the IGHSAU.
Welcome back to Class 2A action at the Iowa Girls High School Athletic Union State Softball Tournament presented by Iowa Farm Bureau. Iowa City Regina, a 3-0 lead over Hinton. A 3-run home run by Harper Irwin in the bottom of the first. And now it's 4-5-6 coming to the plate for Hinton as Carlin Kavarna steps in.
Boy, Neibauer with a little bit more emphasis on that first pitch. He has the lead now, and she can really go and attack the zone.
This one is fouled away. So Kavarna, senior third baseman, a 5-year letter winner, a starter on the basketball team. She was on the state all-tournament team. And Laura, a 4-sport state starter. You can include volleyball, basketball, golf, and softball. As that one drops foul, nobody could get to it defensively for Iowa City Regina. And now a conversation with Lily Neibauer in the circle.
That last pop-up, Rogers just could not locate the ball. She was looking all over for it. It was right behind her. Armentrout trying to help her out, tell her where it was, but it was just a little too close to the netting.
So 1 ball, 2 strikes here is the count. That is fouled back into the net. Kavarna at the plate hitting .405 for an average this season. Grounder to the shortstop. Kleppe kind of collides with Armentrout, and it's going to be a leadoff base runner here for Hinton. As close to an infield single there. Laura, what's your thoughts on that?
Well, I think as Kleppe was charging that ball, I think she kind of took her eye off of it, relaxed a little bit too much. It went up her glove, and she couldn't field it cleanly. And so I think just maybe took the eye off and just a little mental error there.
Kaylin Bader steps in now, looks at a ball from Neibauer. There's a grounder right side rolling on the chalk, now rolls foul. And it'll be 1-1 on Bader.
You want to get on those foul balls as quickly as possible because you just don't know the spin. You don't know if it's going to hit a rock. You don't know what's going to happen. So you want to get those as soon as they're foul so you don't have to make a difficult play.
Well, 1-1 the count with Kavarna at first base. That is fouled away and out of play. 1-2 the count on Bader. Bader, the junior, at first base. She's the backup pitcher for Hinton as well, with 76 innings pitched this season. And Neibauer spinning that one in. Looked like that one curved in, but still just missed that inside corner.
And I think both pitchers still trying to figure out exactly where that strike zone is so they can just refine it a little bit more as this ball game goes on.
Here's the 2-2. Grounder right side gets past to Knoller. And the throw from right field goes to first base. And going from first over to third is Carlin Kavarna, showing the wheels on the bases. Bader safe at first.
What a smart play by Kavarna. She just kept going. She rounded second and had her head down. She was going to third no matter what. They tried to get Bader over at first with that roller out to right field. Now you have them at the corners, and they're trying to answer.
Jennifer Jacobs list in that third base coach's box with the green light the whole way. Now Caden Smith, the catcher, rips one out to right field. That is caught by White in right, and tagging up and scoring from third is Kavarna, and now in a rundown. And I think we've got obstruction as Bader was going back to first. I think Bader's going to be able to stay there. They're going to say obstruction by the covering defender. And so Iowa City Regina gets one out on this pop-out.
Good throw in from White, and then the smart play right there. Just knew that she wasn't going to have a chance to make the tag, but then you can see the umpire there puts the arm out and that there was obstruction.
So now Chanley Boovy, the freshman, will be the batter. Coming up here in the 7 spot of this second inning. Just one out and a run in now for Hinton. Chanley Boovy, the DP, has some good power. Comes from an athletic family as well. There's a swing and a foul tip. So Cadence Smith with the RBI sac fly to score Kavarna. There's a swing and a miss for strike 3. And Boovy down on strikes. That's the first strikeout of the game for Lily Neibauer.
Yeah, good job going to that rise ball, getting the strikeout. And also I have to like the fight in Hinton, coming back and getting that one run, able to cut into the lead. And so if you can do it bit by bit and not panic at all, then you're going to be able to stay in a ball game.
First pitch to Becca Lars, dropped by Chloe Rogers, and advancing down to second base is Bader. So now Bader able to work herself into scoring position. Lars hitting .284 on the season. Looks at a strike, 1-1 the count.
We've seen early that Coach Jacob's List is willing to gamble a little bit and put a little pressure on the defense as they got the runners going first to third on that last of the back-to-back base hits. And you could see the emotion that she had over there when Kavarna came over to third base. She was all fired up, so you have to know that a base hit here, she's going to send the runner as well to see if they can get a second run in.
Grounder goes foul down the first base side. Jennifer Jacobs List in year number 11 and the first trip to state for the Hinton Blackhawks since 2010. So first trip for head coach Jennifer Jacobs List. And this one gets away from Rogers, and down to third goes Bader.
Yeah, a little bit closer, and another pitch like that, they're going to get their second run in. And Neibauer just a little wild here in the second inning.
There's a grounder right side. Lexi Gaffey, second baseman, makes the throw. Nice reach by Noller to secure out number 3. But a run on an error and a hit. The sac fly by Cadence Smith scores Kavarna. And it is 3-1 Iowa City Regina. We head to the bottom of the second right here on the Girls Union Network, powered by Mid-American Energy.
At Mid-American Energy, we're one company serving 1.6 million people who all need energy that's available 24/7. That's why we work 24/7. That's why we make investments in our systems that make us more resilient to extreme weather. That's why we generate power from all available resources to cover the variables in supply and demand. And that's why when the power is knocked out, we work around the clock to restore power to you. Mid-American Energy, obsessively, relentlessly at your service.
Yeah, it's a trip when you hit the road. And when you know when you've arrived. It's a trip when you get everything you want. The burger and the fries, the creek and the crick, the city and the countryside. It's a trip when you're where you're meant to be. In this moment, in this bathroom mirror, looking like $1 million. And yeah, it's a trip when it goes by fast. Des Moines. It's a trip. Make it yours.
Welcome back to the Iowa Girls State Softball Tournament presented by Iowa Farm Bureau. Alongside Laura Leonard, I am Brad Wells as we go to the bottom of the second inning. And a discussion now from home plate umpire out with the pitcher Kayla Cypersma. As we've had a couple illegal pitches called in this early couple contests on Hy-Vee Field, the Class 2A action, all happening on Hy-Vee Field this summer. That's fouled off the foot for Jordy Klein, sophomore DP, a power hitter.
Well, I'm sure these umpires want to make sure that they communicate to the pitchers, let them know what's going on, what they're looking for, and doing a good job of working together with the pitcher and explains things to them, the coaches, and they don't want things to turn on an illegal pitch, and they want to make sure that the pitcher knows what they need to do to make sure everything is right.
There's the 1-1 that is inside, so 2-1 now the count. Head coach Angela Kessler for Iowa City Regina says Jordy Klein may be the kindest teammate of all the teammates. Pops this one up to Cypersma inside the circle for out number 1. That brings up Chloe Rogers. Rogers, senior catcher, one of the leaders of this team. He manages the team chemistry and everything.
I like the fact that a lot of these players have the pink accents.
Yep.
They've got pink shoelaces. They've got pink bat even here up to the plate. The arm guards are pink, and so representing what has now become a tradition, the pink color of the girls' union.
Well, and there's a lot of teams, too, that will have a cancer awareness game. You see Hinton. Typically, their school colors, black and yellow. They've got the pink trim on their uniform. Here's a fly ball to left field. Leary is able to settle underneath it for out number 2. And you see a lot of that now across the state. I saw it a number of times. My daughter's team's games, both her team, Waterloo West, and other teams would have pink uniforms or pink trimmed uniforms that they would wear.
Yeah, I like it. I think it's, as you had mentioned, cancer awareness, girls' union. It's just something that kind of brings unity to the team.
It was a solid base hit from Maggie White up to center field, and that is your number 9 hitter coming up with a 2-out single to get to the top of the order here in the second inning.
Now you're going to get Neibauer to the plate, the lefty slapper, and that's going to make the adjustment in this defense for Hinton.
Keep an eye on White as well. 15 stolen bases. That's third most on the team. They have 4 athletes with 10 or more stolen bases, and not many times have either of those 4 been caught stealing. Showing bunt is Neibauer and pulling it back for ball 1.
Smith looking over at the dugout. I think she's just itching to throw the ball. She wants to throw out a runner if she can.
Nice pitch by Cypersma to hit the corner on Neibauer.
White not getting a big jump over there at first.
Cadence Smith behind the plate, just a freshman. Here's the 1-1. That's fouled straight back. So now Neibauer will battle with 2 strikes. A ground out in her first at-bat. See the infield is shifting again with the first baseman way in, expecting a slap. And here's a grounder fielded by the second baseman, Lars, who's playing where the first baseman typically does, and takes it to first unassisted for out number 3. Well, one hit, but one left stranded by Iowa City Regina. And Hinton comes to the plate when we come back here on the Girls Union Network, powered by Mid-American Energy.
At Mid-American Energy, we're one company serving 1.6 million people who all need energy that's available 24/7. That's why we work 24/7. That's why we make investments in our systems that make us more resilient to extreme weather. That's why we generate power from all available resources to cover the variables in supply and demand. And that's why when the power is knocked out, we work around the clock to restore power to you. Mid-American Energy, obsessively, relentlessly at your service.
Whether you volunteer or hang with friends, play pickleball, read or follow trends. No matter what your retirement style, you deserve healthy eyes and a healthy smile. Some Medicare plans don't cover vision or dental. With Delta Dental, you can save on what's essential. Get coverage and take care of your health. It's peace of mind, so treat yourself. It's more affordable than you might think. Give us a call or visit this link.
The Hinton Blackhawks, an opportunity to step up to the plate and cut into this 2-run Iowa City Regina lead. Hinton with a run in the second inning. Iowa City Regina, a 3-run home run by Harper Irwin, the Regals' left fielder. And Hinton comes up 9-1-2 to the plate. First trip to state since 2010 for Hinton. They have never been to the championship game, but they come in as the 5 seed, ranked 10th in the state in the final poll, as the 2A top 15 rankings, the top 10 damage the most, as the number 1, the number 3, 4, and 5 ranked teams in Class 2A all eliminated before the state tournament. And then the number 1 overall seed, Grandview Christian, the second ranked team, they lost to the opener of this 2A field, so they moved to the losers bracket. And so you feel like it's wide open in this Class 2A. Opportunity to win a state title on Thursday night. 2A, 4A games will be Thursday night. Then you have 1A, 3A, and 5A championship games on Friday. Those Thursday and Friday's action will be on Iowa PBS. Statewide, it'll also be streaming online. All the other action right here on the Iowa Girls Union Network. Streaming live and for free here on YouTube.
Well, Hinton returned 7 starters, so they had a good nucleus to work with. And I think you had mentioned the last time they made it state was what year?
2010.
Well, the current seniors at that time, 2 years old. So,
yep.
So they've been watching a lot of Hinton sports and a lot of Hinton softball, and now it's their opportunity to shine.
A lot of state experience in terms of volleyball and basketball, and Hinton now trying to do it in softball. Iowa City Regina, no strangers at all to the state softball tournament. 4 appearances in the last 6 years. They missed in 2004 and 2005, but had back-to-back state titles in 2022 and 2023.
They are one of those programs that has that tradition, and they just keep building from the bottom up. They have the feeder players and schools and kids around the area that feed right into that school, and they continue to grow, and everybody knows that system.
How about this at-bat by Adeline Utek for Hinton? She is fouling pitches off and staying alive here in the top of the third.
And again, I think you're going to have to take the heat into consideration, because they are making Neibauer throw a lot of pitches.
Well, and we saw it was just announced that they're going to be taking a mandatory 3-minute break. I believe, was it after the third inning?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
So We'll give an opportunity for the kids to stay hydrated. You do get that opportunity even when your team's up to bat and in the dugout. That's so important. There's a ball knocked down by Nybauer, and the throw over to first is in time just to get UTEC. What a great at-bat by UTEC, but Nybauer able to get the put out.
And Nybauer stayed right with it, able to knock it down, but from her knees, able to throw out UTEC. Sometimes you get one of those and you panic. You try to grab the ball quick, knowing that the runner's going to hustle down the line. But Nybauer just calmly picked it up from her knees, gets the out.
So we go to the top of the order, and Addison Dunkel is the batter. Dunkel grounded out to Kleppe at shortstop in her first at-bat. Hinton head coach Jennifer Jacob List. She won her 200th career game this season, actually in the regional semifinals. She has 201 career wins, 176 of those at Hinton. Year number 11. And Coach Jennifer Jacobs List making her first appearance at the state tournament with Hinton.
I think we've got a lot of firsts here this season. I think we've got several first-time appearances by teams and coaches, and that's what makes this whole tournament so much fun.
Good reminder, any kids watching, younger kids, whatever, just because it's never been done at your school before doesn't mean you can't make it happen. Go out and put in the work and set your mind to it, build a team, and go have some fun.
And that's what it's all about. I think a lot of these players that get an opportunity to spend the summer with their teammates, their friends, and it just is a lot of camaraderie and a lot of memories made. A lot of fun is had by everybody, and communities get behind these teams, and just it's a lot of team spirit and a lot of fun.
So Dunkel now has worked the count full with one out here in the third, trying to find a way on. As a fly ball center field, backing up and then settling underneath it is Davison for out number 2.
Initially, it looked like Davison didn't have a beat on it. She shuffled the feet, was tap dancing out there, and was going to go one way and then came back the other way, but didn't have to roam too far to haul that one in.
Davison, a junior, out in center field. Kayla Cypersma, the Blackhawks pitcher, comes to the plate with 2 away. There's the 1-0, grounded, snagged by Nybauer in the quick throw over to Knoller at first. 1-2-3 inning here in the third for Hinton offensively. Iowa City Regina to the plate. When we come back here on the Girls Union Network, powered by Mid-American Energy.
At Mid-American Energy, we're one company serving 1.6 million people who all need energy that's available 24/7. That's why we work 24/7. That's why we make investments in our systems that make us more resilient to extreme weather. That's why we generate power from all available resources to cover the variables in supply and demand. And that's why when the power is knocked out, we work around the clock to restore power to you. Mid-American Energy, obsessively, relentlessly at your service.
Something exciting is growing on Iowa farms these days. Innovation. From tractors that seed, weed, and harvest with data-driven precision to drones that scout or plant cover crops to protect soil and water. Even our animals live in smart homes with round-the-clock care. Technology keeps your food safer, water cleaner, and makes us more sustainable. Because what we do here benefits everyone here. Life on the farm makes everyone's life better.
Thanks again to the Iowa Farm Bureau for presenting the 2026 Girls State Softball Tournament as sole title sponsor of Iowa Girls High School Athletic Union. Farm Bureau recognizes athletic and academic achievement on the field and in the classroom. helping nurture Iowa's future leaders. We head to the bottom of the third inning here. 2-3-4 comes to the plate for the Regals. Keegan Kleppe will lead things off. Fly out to center in her first at-bat, and first pitch changeup from Kayla Sypersma in the dirt. Two balls, no strikes. Pumps a strike in there, 2-1 the count.
Yeah, good pitch to get a strike on the board and see if Regina's as patient at the plate as Hinton was.
There's the 2-1, and Kleppe pops it up and just stays up in the air enough for Kavarna to go out and snag it. A little flare to third for out number one.
It's almost if she was in between decision of do I swing all the way through or do I pull back? What do I do? And just made contact and popped it foul over there. Kavarna able to range over and grab it.
So Lexi Gaffey is the batter. Excellent contact hitter with a team high 28 RBIs, hitting .385 on the season. Just an eighth grader.
Good contact hitter. A lot of space right back up the middle.
Showing she's got a good eye as well. 3 balls, no strikes to count. Swings on the 3-0 pitch and pops it up left side, and Kavarna underneath it to make the catch in foul territory.
I don't know if she had the green light or not. I'm looking at Coach Kessler, and she's got hands on hips. And going to have a little conversation with her. Coaching moment, teachable moment, as you know, you get the green light on 3-0. Make sure it's a really good pitch. Don't just swing at anything.
First pitch strike now to Brooklyn Armentrout. Armentrout with a single. Her and Gaffey were both aboard when Harper Irwin hit a 3-run home run, and this time it's fielded cleanly by Dunkel, and the throw over to Bader for out number 3. 3 up, 3 down here in the third for the Regals as we head to the fourth inning here on the Girls Union Network, powered by Mid-American Energy.
Yeah, it's a trip when you hit the road. And when you know when you've arrived. It's a trip when you get everything you want. The burger and the fries, the creek and the crick, the city and the countryside. It's a trip when you're where you're meant to be. In this moment, in this bathroom mirror, looking like $1 million. And yeah, it's a trip when it goes by fast. Des Moines. It's a trip. Make it yours.
Excelling in athletics takes teamwork, dedication, and a commitment to excellence. These are the same qualities that help our pig farmers and our communities thrive. The Iowa Pork Producers Association is proud to support statewide high school athletics and the student athletes who make us all proud. Visit iowapork.org/WeCare to meet the people behind the pork and hear about our winning approach to caring for our pigs, the environment, and our communities.
Welcome back to coverage of the 2026 Iowa Girls State Softball Tournament presented by Iowa Farm Bureau here on the Girls Union Network, powered by Mid-American Energy Company. Alongside Laura Leonard, I am Brad Wells, and we are in a 3-minute hydration break so that both teams can get some extra time to get some liquids and stay hydrated here as our temperature in Fort Dodge 90 degrees, and the feels like temperature is up to 105 right now. And Laura, I anticipate on the field as it bounces up off that dirt a little bit warmer. So it gives us an opportunity to talk about a few things with the Iowa Girls High School Athletic Union. And the Iowa Girl Foundation is something that established in 2024. You can go to iowagirlfoundation.org to learn more, to donate today. You were at the golf outing that was supporting the Iowa Girl Foundation.
Yeah, just a couple of weeks ago. Great weather. It was actually after some of the torrential downpours that happened in and around Des Moines and Ankeny. They were able to get the Talons golf course up and running, and had great turnout, great participation as a fundraiser for the foundation that will provide scholarships down the road. And it is something that's a great organization as part of the Girls Union to have this foundation up and running, and to be able to work with some of the girls and get them a little help scholarship-wise. And I think that's a great way to fund it. And it was a fun day, a lot of people out there. And your broadcast partner, Ellie Ruffridge, from the basketball side, she and I were tootling around in a golf cart talking to people, and had a lot of fun.
Yep, she, I don't know how her golf game is, but I'd be curious if she got out there and
I'm sure she'd be good at it. That's all I know.
Seems
she'd probably be very good at it.
Maybe not the hole-in-one, the hole-in-3. Well, she was good at free throws, too. All right. No, iowagirlfoundation.org if you want to learn more about kind of the Iowa Girls High School Athletic Union, taking that next step to support the girls in the state. I know there's over 70,000 girls that participate in the 11 different sports. They utilize a lot of kids from across the state for like a student committee that's always helping out at different state tournaments. Just some great opportunities, some leadership training. They just do so much. A fantastic job with the girls' union, led by Aaron Gerlich, the executive director, doing a fantastic job as well.
Yeah, I think that I think this organization, as does girls sports in the state of Iowa, has always been very strong, but it continues to grow, and I think the state of Iowa continues to produce quality athletes and well-rounded young women that go on and accomplish a lot of things, not only in college but even after that. And I think a lot of that training and grounding comes from the athletics that they play throughout their younger years, and the Girls Union is a big part of that. And I did get a T-shirt at that golf outing that says Iowa Girls Strong. And I love that, because I do think the Iowa girl and the Iowa athlete is Iowa girl strong.
We're back to the action here in the top of the fourth inning, as Hinton with a run in the second inning trails Iowa City Regina by 2. Sydney Duskett will lead things off. Looks at a ball, looks at a strike, 1-1 the count. Duskett, a senior, is going to play college basketball at Augustana in Sioux Falls.
You know, and the other thing that I love about a lot of these athletes is they're multi-sport athletes.
Yeah.
And it's volleyball, it's basketball, it's wrestling, it's golf, it's tennis, swimming. I mean, you have just different combinations of multi-sport athletes that pick and choose what they want to do, but they're good at all of them. They want to participate, and they want to be with their friends and their schoolmates.
Grounder to the shortstop. Kleppe makes the throw. It is dropped by Noller at first, so Sydney Duskett is aboard to lead off the fourth inning. And that looked like a catchable ball. I assume that's going to go down as the E3. As the ball got to Noller in the air. And a foul ball comes into play over in the left field side of the field. And Carlin Kavarna comes to the plate. Kavarna scored the only Hinton run thus far. She reached on an error to start the second inning.
Duskett has some speed, 15 stolen bases on the season.
First pitch strike from Neibauer. Kavarna, starter on The basketball team puts down a bunt that's scooped at third by Armentrout. The throw across the diamond is not in time, so they do get Kavarna out at first. The nice play by Armentrout, but it advances Duskett. You mentioned the speed, Laura. It goes from first to third on a bunt. That is tough to do in softball.
It is very hard to do, and we've seen runners take some chances, and Coach Jacob's List is not afraid to get those runners going, and they advance first to third, and Duskett went in head first, and she did not stop at all. That was a designed play, and it was a good job of getting the bunt down and a good piece of hitting right here as you hit the ball to the right side to get that runner in from third to get him one run closer. That's manufacturing a run right there.
RBI by Bader as Duskett scores on the grounder to Noller. Did an excellent job of getting that out at first and almost made a close play at home. So Caden Smith is the hitter. Hinton pulls within one. Takes advantage of that leadoff error once again.
Well, they did what they needed to do. They got the runner on. They were able to advance her, and then first to third, taking some chances, putting some pressure on. And why not gamble a little bit? It's still early in this ball game, midway through, and you're not down that much. So if you can make them make the play, great. You tip your cap to them, and if they don't, then it's an advantage to you.
1-1 the count on Cadence Smith. You talk about multi-sport athlete. Cadence Smith, the freshman, is a wrestler as well. Coach says she has a real toughness about her. Here's the 1-1. That's a called strike. Swing and a miss. Strike three. Neibauer with her second strikeout of the game. It ends the fourth, but Hinton gets a run back, pulls within one here in the fourth. Iowa City Regina to the plate when we come back. 5-6-7 is coming up here on the Girls Union Network, powered by Mid-American Energy.
At Mid-American Energy, we're one company serving 1.6 million people who all need energy that's available 24/7. That's why we work 24/7. That's why we make investments in our systems that make us more resilient to extreme weather. That's why we generate power from all available resources to cover the variables in supply and demand. And that's why when the power is knocked out, we work around the clock to restore power to you. Mid-American Energy, obsessively, relentlessly at your service.
Looks like another perfect day to get out there and enjoy the summer.
Oh, before she gets in the car, it's easy to choose. B-E-R-F-E-C-T. B-E-R-F-E-C-T. Come on, baby, you look good on me. If you see what I can see, W-D-O-O-D.
Iowa State Fair, August 13th through the 23rd.
We head to the bottom of the fourth inning as Harper Irwin will lead things off here in the fourth. And time is called before the first pitch. And it gives us an opportunity to let you know that Farm Bureau knows that strong, vibrant schools are the cornerstone of our communities. That's why they're proud to be the title sponsor of the Iowa Girls High School Athletic Union and this amazing girls state softball tournament. They believe that by investing in our youth, we are investing in Iowa's future. And so I believe that was a no pitch, and so we will start with 0-0 count. This is the first pitch now to Harper Irwin and a called strike. What a fun start to the state tournament for Harper Irwin. Laura, the senior left fielder, It's her first home run of this season in the first inning to give her team a 3-0 lead.
Well, and that lead is still standing. However, Hinton's starting to chip away at it, and now she's just looking to maybe start a rally for her team. Doesn't need the big swing, just wants to get on base. They're throwing her some off-speed pitches, keeping it off the plate. She's not a home run hitter, but she was able to connect on that one in the first inning. But you never can be too careful, so they're ahead in the count. You can waste a pitch or two.
There's a line drive up into center field. Almost got by Duskett out there in center, as that had some power behind it by Irwin, and Irwin is 2 for 2.
That did, and Duskett got there very quickly, but it looked like it might skip underneath her glove, and I was holding my breath, and she was able to smother that ball out in center field and hold Irwin to a single.
So Davison now comes to the plate, shows bunt, pulls it back.
And why not? Why not try to, you got the leadoff runner on, nobody out. Try to get one of those runs back, get a runner in scoring position.
Davison pulls it back. The ball gets away from Smith. Down to second goes Harper Irwin. So now that leadoff single puts Irwin in scoring position at second.
I fully expect them to lay down a bunt here. Move that runner up to third base, and that gives you a couple more opportunities and a couple more different ways to score that run.
The bunt does go down, fielded by Kavarna at third. The catch made by Lars, second baseman who is covering first. And moves Irwin over to third with just one out. So now two opportunities at a minimum to try and push Irwin home, and it starts with Jordy Klein. And Klein popped out to Cypersma, the pitcher, in her first at-bat. Here's a hard hit ball into the gap, left center. That's down for a base hit. That will easily score Irwin. And Klein with an RBI single powers it into the gap.
Didn't waste any time, went after the first pitch. She's a hitter that always drives the ball, and she drove that one into the gap in left field.
Klein, the DP, delivers.
And maybe a runner coming in.
Looks like we'll have a change. All substitutions in today's game are brought to you by IMT Insurance. Learn how you can be worry-free with IMT at IMTINS.com. And in to run is number 10 for Iowa City at Regina. That would be Shay Haynes, the 8th grader. As Haynes with 2 stolen bases on 2 attempts this season.
Through those middle innings, Regina just didn't look like they had a whole lot of pep in their at-bats. They didn't look like they were really engaged. And here now in this inning, they have certainly, bats have come to life. And they're starting to swing it, take advantage of base runners, knocking them in, getting one of those runs back, extending the lead.
So Chloe Rogers is the batter. Chloe flew out to left field in her first at-bat, first pitch strike from Cypersma. So Haynes at first. Iowa City Regina gets an insurance run back after giving up a run in the top of the 4th.
Haynes getting a big jump off of first base. That ball was in the dirt. Had to put the brakes on quickly, as Smith did a good job of blocking that.
1-1 misses outside, and the count goes to 2-1. Chloe Rogers, the senior, hitting better than 300 on the season. Now works the count to 3-1.
And you had talked about the fact that Cypressma and Bader split a lot of time in the circle, and with the heat and a lot of pitches, you have to wonder at some point in time, are they going to think about maybe making a change in the circle?
Here's the full count. This is popped up shallow center field. Flying in to make the catch is Sydney Duskett. The senior made it look interesting. A reminder, she's playing softball for the first year since her 7th grade season. Basketball star. It's going to play college ball. Playing one final year of softball and helping Hinton to the first state tournament since 2010.
Looked like she was going up for a layup. I mean, she had to jump there at the end, almost overran that one. Got a good jump on it, but got there very quickly and had to jump at the end to pull that one in.
You can see she is playing with a smile out there as well. Maggie White, the batter, swing and a miss to even the count at 1-1. Cypersma, the senior, in the circle. Two and one the count on White. And there's a grounder right back to Cypersma. Fields it cleanly, makes the throw with ease. As Iowa City Regina gets 1 run on 2 hits and leave one stranded here in the 4th as we head to the top of the 5th right here on the Girls Union Network, powered by Mid-American Energy.
Excuse me, man. You dropped this.
Oh.
We have completed 4 innings here in our second game of the Class 2A state tournament. As the hydration break, Laura, we'll do 3 minutes in between each inning to make sure that these kids can make sure that they stay hydrated. You do have certain situations. You can think of a number of different situations. If you have a catcher who's out there in all the gear in the heat, if they happen to be leading off an inning, get on base, they could have a long stretch of being out there in the heat, and you've got feels like temperatures well north of 100 degrees here. So another break, extra opportunity to help the kids that are playing, help them cool down. So far here in this game, Iowa City Regina, a 3-run home run by Harper Irwin in the first inning. Then they just get an insurance run in the bottom of the 4th inning. A leadoff single by Harper Irwin, and she scores another run. An RBI single by Jordy Klein. And for the Hinton Blackhawks, they manufactured a run in the 2nd inning off 1 hit and an Iowa City Regina error. And then in the 4th, they get a run, no hits, but they take advantage of another Iowa City Regina error and trail by 2 after 4 innings.
Yeah, and, not only I'm going back to the hydration break and trying to cool, but take a look out in the field, the umpires also need a little bit of a break as well.
Yes.
They're in pants, and yes, they're in short sleeves, but I think they are happy to have that break as well, especially the home plate umpires, and they will be getting that break the rest of the day. And so, but these two teams have battled, and opportunity now. I think sometimes you get this break. It's an opportunity to regroup, and so Hinton going to be coming to the plate, the opportunity to maybe get that run back, maybe try to tie it up. But sometimes these breaks can be good for a team, or sometimes they can be bad for a team.
Our first game of this Class 2A field here on Hy-Vee Field. Cardinal, the 8 seed, took down top-seeded Grandview Christian in our first game of the day, and so Cardinal will await the winner of this game, that game to be played here in Fort Dodge on Hy-Vee Field at 12:15. The losers will play the 10 a.m. game tomorrow. So top-seeded Grandview Christian, they will await the loser of this game for the first game of the losers bracket. Again, double elimination, a brand new format to the Iowa Girls State Softball Tournament this season. It's going to follow, if you follow the NCAA tournament coverage for softball, the opening rounds, and then at the Women's College World Series, you've got two 4-team double elimination brackets that then go into a championship series for college. But here for high school, we'll have a one-game championship game to win it all.
I like it, and so far I think the atmosphere around here is, it's big. A lot of people are excited to be here, and I can tell that they like this new format, and it's going to be a long week, but I think there's going to be some good softball being played.
First pitch to Boovie. Called a strike on that outside corner. Quite the reach for catcher Rogers behind the plate on that one. Now a swing and a miss, and it snowballs 2 strikes on Chanley Boovie for Hinton. There's a fly ball into right field, and racing in to make the catch is Maggie White. A nice play out in right field as that ball started to turn towards that foul line as Maggie was running in. She kind of had to hit the brakes and then reach out to her left.
We've seen a couple of the outfielders for both teams. They get a good jump on it, and then all of a sudden the wind's playing tricks with it.
So one out here. And Becca Lars is the batter. Lars with a ground out in her first at-bat. A swing and a miss on the first pitch. Grounder right up the middle. Snagged by Nybauer, and the throw over to Knoller is in time.
Boy, timed that jump just perfectly, Nybauer did, as that one was pounded into the ground. Got a big hop, but she was ready for it, timed it. She's kind of that taller type of pitcher, kind of lanky, and able to have that good reach to be able to pull that one in.
There's 2 outs. That's the third 1-3, if you know your scorebook, pitcher to first baseman outs here in this game. Adeline Utek will be the hitter. First pitch, grounder up the middle, snagged by Kleppe, and the throw over to first is in time. Wow, showing the range at shortstop is Keegan Kleppe, and a 1-2-3 top of the 5th. Iowa City Regina to the plate when we come back here on the Girls Union Network, powered by Mid-American Energy.
Life's buzzing with energy, from the delightfully routine to the novel and exciting to the truly uncharted. With all that life brings, it's easy to lose track of what powers all those moments, our health. At Mercy One, our caring doctors focus on just that, powering health, from the everyday to the extraordinary. So you're ready for what life brings next. Find care at mercyone.org/healthpowerslife.
Something exciting is growing on Iowa farms these days. Innovation. From tractors that seed, weed, and harvest with data-driven precision to drones that scout or plant cover crops to protect soil and water. Even our animals live in smart homes with round-the-clock care. Technology keeps your food safer, water cleaner, and makes us more sustainable. Because what we do here benefits everyone here. Life on the farm makes everyone's life better.
Iowa City, Regina with the top of the order to start the 5th inning. First pitch is up high to Lily Neibauer. Neibauer in the circle to Laura as Hinton has 2 runs up on the board, but just 1 hit allowed for Neibauer. Has 2 strikeouts, no walks. And there's a called strike, 2-1 to count. For Kayla Seipersma, I don't know if she's allowed any free passes either. Both pitchers doing an excellent job of going and attacking the hitters. Neibauer drops down a perfect bunt, and Smith unable to pick it up cleanly with the bare hand. It's I'm going to go infield single on that one for Neibauer because that was a beautifully placed bunt.
The shortest infield single I think you'll ever see. That was perfectly played. She kind of deadened the bat. I mean, she took a hand off and let the ball hit the bat, dropped it down perfectly, and it stayed in between the lines in fair play.
So Keegan Kleppe, the lefty batter, comes up to the plate. Coach Kessler says she can soft slap, hard slap, and hit away. And puts a bunt down. First base side. That lands right on the chalk. Safe at first. The throw over to third is in time, and out at third is Neibauer. Or excuse me, for running for Neibauer, Lila Chandler.
You're going to see the throw here. And it got there in time. And there's going to be some discussion. I think Coach Kessler asked if the umpires would get together and talk about it. She felt like
another bunt single, and Kleppe advanced to second base. And they confirm out at third.
Trying to go first to third.
Was Neibauer still running there? Did that say 13? That was 19. That was Neibauer. I didn't think they brought anyone in for it. I thought I saw 13 there for a second on the jersey. But
they tried to take advantage of that, lead off runner on, and 2 of the shortest infield singles you'll ever see, both of them landing in about the same spot. They found that area right there in the dirt that's a little bit softer, and the ball's spinning for them.
I believe that was Megan Leary, the left fielder, covering at third base. A lot of times you have them sprint in on those bunt situations. Here's a grounder to the third baseman, and now a throw into the outfield by Kavarna. And runners advancing, now trying to come home and score, and safe at home, out at third for Iowa City, Regina. And so the officials are asking about obstruction. So the grounder to third base, a fielder's choice for Gaffney as the ball hit the Kavarna, but then E5 on the throw as it goes to the outfield. And now Gaffey still standing at third as the throw eventually came in to the infield. Here's another look. So it goes to the outfield, so it's the runner that's at second base right now that's going to get called out. Oh, they're looking for obstruction on that defender, not the gal who caught it at third base, but was that Kavarna maybe, the third baseman, still standing kind of in that middle area where she ran it back towards second base.
But what
They
about
do confirm out at third.
And what about the job that Kleppe did at second? She got far enough off the base and made them make a decision, and that throw went out into the outfield.
Armentrout now the grounder, and fielded by Dunkel. The throw over to Bader is in time. Iowa City Regina adds an insurance run back to a 3-run lead after 5 innings. We will step aside and come back to the 6th inning. You're watching the Iowa Girls State Softball Tournament presented by Iowa Farm Bureau on the Girls Union Network, powered by Mid-American Energy Company.
SWIC is a community. Southwestern Community College is a place in rural southwest Iowa where students from across the world come to be a part of a tight-knit family, Spartan Nation, where they study, train, grow, thrive, and are called by name, not by number. At SWIC, we are one.
Welcome back. Here with you live on the Girls Union Network, powered by Mid-American Energy. We are through 5 innings of action. Iowa City Regina with a 5-2 lead over Hinton. This is the 4-seed versus 5-seed matchup. Iowa City Regina, the 4-seed, so they are the home team. Hinton is the 5-seed. They are the visitors, and the hydration break at the end of each inning continues here. So 3 bonus minutes for kids to get some extra hydration and water and rest. And, Laura, we had 1 run on 2 hits for Iowa City Regina there in the bottom of the 5th inning. Play with mass chaos flying all over the field. Eventually, though, Hinton does get an out, and then the third and final out. But aggressive base running by Hinton, or by Iowa City Regina.
Right, but we've seen aggressive base running by both teams in this ball game that have advanced runners first to third. And I think the thing that you got to go back to is that Regina made Hinton make the play. They made them make the decision as far as I think it was Kleppe that got off second base and got a huge jump and made them decide, do we go after that runner? Nobody was there to cover, and they got there quickly, but that throw sailed out into the outfield, and then that's where the chaos ensued. But certainly was an inning where if you want to try to manufacture something, Regina was able to do that, and you just have to put pressure on and make a team defense do what they need to do to get the outs.
All right, for Hinton, offensively, a run in the 2nd, a run in the 4th. I don't know if it's the even innings, but we're coming up here on the 6th inning. And you've got the top of the order coming up here for the Hinton Blackhawks.
Well, and not only do you look at that, in the 1st, 3rd, and the 5th, all 1, 2, 3 innings.
Yeah.
So 2nd and 4th then is where they made their noise. And so you're right, 6th inning coming up. Is it their chance to get a rally going and see if they can climb back into this one?
In the circle, the 2 pitchers really doing an excellent job. Kayla Cypersma for Hinton, as I look at what Iowa City Regina, as they have 5 runs on 8 hits. And for Hinton offensively, 2 runs on just 1 hit in this game. Lily Neibauer in the circle here for Iowa City Regina. As you see the uniform all dirty on the front, diving into third base on that last play, aggressively on the base paths. Man, she's pitched a gem as well defensively.
Yeah, she has. I mean, her pitches have been around the plate, making them put it in play, letting the defense do their job. She's also been playing a little defense up the middle and keeping these bats in check for Hinton.
So top of the order for Hinton, Addison Dunkel, Kayla Cypersma, and Sydney Duskett will be your first 3 hitters to try and get something going here in the 6th inning. This is the second game of the Class 2A Girls State Softball Tournament. 5 different fields with games happening on them, and so all of the 2A action will be here on Hy-Vee Field. And so 4 games today. There will be 5 on Tuesday, and then between 3 and 5 games coming up on Wednesday in Class 2A action. There's a fly ball right side. Gaffey, the second baseman, races over and gets underneath it to retire Dunkel for the 3rd time in as many bats in this game.
Well, the one thing with Neibauer being around the plate, these hitters are going to go after these pitches, so you're looking to try to get a quick inning, a clean inning if you can.
Cypersma, the batter. Cypersma is 0 for 2. Ground out to third baseman and the pitcher. This one is fouled away on the first pitch. Cypersma, just a really hard worker, according to head coach Jennifer Jacobs' list. The pitcher also plays first base, as her and Kaylin Bader tag team that pitcher first base spot.
It's just a really good hitter, lets things come to her naturally, doesn't overthink it at the plate.
Here's the 0-2. That one misses upstairs. Neibauer tried to get her to chase. Again, Lily Neibauer, one of the top pitchers in Class 2A, leads Class 2A in opponent batting average with just a 120 batting average. And that would line up. Hinton just 1 hit in this game thus far. Neibauer, 19 wins on the season, 161 strikeouts. Is looking for win number 20 here at the state tournament. That's fouled straight back.
Good at bat, making Neibauer work in the circle, spoiling the pitches.
Well, one thing I love about the state tournament, you hear cheers coming from neighboring ball fields. There's always action going on. You can always hear loud roars, it seems like, as you walk from one field to the next, or you settle down at one field and you hear cheers right behind you. It can ignite some emotion on the field next to where the action's happening.
And you always
hear loud roars, it seems like, as you walk from one field to the next, or you settle down at one field and you hear cheers right behind you. It can ignite some emotion on the field next to where the action's happening.
And you always want to be a part of the action.
Yeah.
So you're like, what's going on there? What's going on? And you run from field to field to see.
We begin the bottom of the 6th inning, and the first pitch is driven into center field. A leadoff single for Harper Irwin here in the 6th inning. And Laura, how about the senior Harper Irwin, who stands on first base, 3 for 3 with 2 singles up the middle and a 3-run home run.
Well, she certainly has come to play today, and she is setting the tone for the rest of her teammates. Did it in that first inning, and they're going to play a little small ball.
Oni Davis puts the bunt down and advances Irwin over to second base. So 1 out now with a runner in scoring position for Iowa City Regina, and Jordy Klein comes to the plate. Klein delivered a huge RBI single all the way to the left center fence back in the 4th inning.
I'm not sure they re-entered because did they not have a runner?
Yep, Klein had a pinch runner of Haynes, and I think it was Klein that reminded the home plate umpire, Coach needs to make a substitution change.
Smart player, knowing the game.
Jordy Klein, a sophomore.
You love that when the players, they understand the full game and the coaching side of it and the rules and what they need to do. And they're not just up there swinging a bat. They're into the ball game, and good job by her to be able to make sure she gets re-entered into the ball game.
It could be the case where kids have learned over the course of the years. Could be travel ball, could be through the season. Hey, coach didn't re-enter me. I got a hit, and then they called me out because I wasn't supposed to be in the game. So I'm planning on getting another hit. Let's make sure that I'm in the lineup legit.
And it only takes one time for that.
And then
kid
you'll
to
remember it forever, right?
Oh, she was going after it. She went after the first pitch in her last at bat to plate that run. She wanted that one too. Coach Kessler saying, stay within yourself. Find a pitch that you like.
One's down in the dirt. Good block by Caden Smith, the freshman, to stay in front of that. Keep Irwin at second base. 1-1 now on Jordy Klein.
They're going to be careful with her. They know she's got a good bat, hits in the gaps. They don't want to give up another run here.
Irwin at second. Here's a ball lasered into center field. Line drive is caught out in center by Sydney Duskett, and there's 2 outs. That brings up Chloe Rogers for Iowa City Regina. Laura, let me point out, too, for Iowa City Regina, while they're out here on offense in that first base coach's box, Craig Stratton, assistant coach, has been chosen as assistant coach of the year for softball by the Iowa Girls Coaches Association. It's that pitch down in the zone. Served the Iowa City community for over 20 years, helping West High School softball, and assistant for Clear Creek Amana High School, and the last 5 years assistant varsity coach at Iowa City Regina. There's a slap into right field by Rogers. Around third, heading home is Irwin. She will score without a throw as Chloe Rogers delivers. The senior pushes a run in for the Regals here in the 6th.
And UTEC had a little trouble picking that one up as she charged in from right field. Did not have a chance to make the play to throw that ball home. Might have been close, but Irwin got a huge jump from second base. Good piece of hitting going to the right side of the field, sneaking it through.
And for Iowa City Regina, we'll have a courtesy runner for the catcher, Chloe Rogers, and that is number 8, Lucy White, the 8th grader. And so Maggie White is the batter now for Iowa City Regina. They're scratching a run out here in the 6th and now looking for more. Lucy White, the 8th grader, at first. Maggie White, the sophomore, at the plate. They are sisters and playing in the state tournament here in 2026.
Always fun to be able to experience something with family, and especially in this kind of atmosphere, something you'll be able to talk about for many, many years.
Maggie looks at a strike, 1-1 the count. Two hits here in the 6th inning for Iowa City Regina. Here's the 1-1. That's fouled straight back. 1-2 now the count. It's a 4-run lead for Iowa City Regina. That's off the plate by Cypersma.
You got to shut it down here right now. Don't want to have another run put on the board.
Grounder to the second baseman. Lars makes the throw over to Bader for out number 3. So we head to the 7th inning, the final opportunity for Hinton to rally in the opener of this Class 2A field for Hinton and Iowa City Regina. We'll be back with more here in the Girls Union Network, powered by Mid-American Energy.
Ready? Let's go.
Mom, over here. Yeah, this kind of thing can happen when you're hiking, but no worries, Mom. I can prescribe something to soothe the itch.
Unity Point Health looks at your family's health from your point of view, offering same-day appointments with expertise focused on what matters most to you. Unity Point Health, expert care focused on you.
Welcome back to the opening day of the 2026 Girls State Softball Tournament presented by Iowa Farm Bureau. Farm Bureau knows that strong, vibrant schools are the cornerstone of our communities. That's why they are the proud title sponsor of the Iowa Girls High School Athletic Union and this amazing Girls State Softball Tournament. They believe that by investing in our youth, we are investing in Iowa's future. As we have a hydration break at the end of each inning, a 3-minute hydration break required by the Iowa Girls High School Athletic Union before this 7th inning gets started. Today is expected to be the hottest day of the week here at the Girls State Tournament with temperatures in the 90s today. The feels like temperature well above 100 degrees currently here in Fort Dodge. 107 it says on my phone. And Laura, you know from being out there on the dirt or on a turf field, sometimes you get out there where that sun really bounces up. That's the hottest part of this ballpark.
Yeah, it really is. And we all talk about it, the fans all talk about it. I think the players manage it probably better than we think they do. And just going back to when I played, we didn't have dugouts like this. We sat on benches. We're out in the sun, and you just played. And I think these players are used to playing in this kind of heat. But obviously those are the things that you need to do to make sure that everybody's comfortable and gets enough water. And because it is hot out there, I mean, and as you say, 107, my goodness, that's pretty toasty.
Taking a look at this year's Iowa Girls High School Athletic Union Softball Hall of Fame inductees. You have 5 gals that will go into the Girls Softball Hall of Fame. Susan Slycourt, standout catcher at West Des Moines Valley. Krista Unger, dominant 2A standout for Missouri Valley. Jenny Pritchard established herself one of the most dominant pitchers in her career at Boone. You have Skylar Shellmeyer. She's one of the most accomplished hitters or shortstops in Iowa history as well. Had a fantastic career at Northwestern University and
played at Urbandale.
Alyssa Weibel for the Benton Community Bobcats. First team selections, 4 of them in her career. Continued her softball career collegiately at Iowa State. And Emma Ekoff will be the Jack North recipient this year. Standout pitcher for Pella. Went down and continued to pitch collegiately down in Florida. And so we get ready for the top of the 7th inning, as Hinton has one last opportunity here to get something together, and they are down 4 runs to this 4th-seeded Iowa City Regina Regals team. These 2 teams ranked 9th and 10th in the latest Class 2A polls. as the Class 2A top 15 really got hammered working through the regionals. The number 1, 3, 4, 5, 7 ranked teams all got eliminated, as well as the number 12, 13, 14, and 15 ranked teams. 2 teams in the field that were not ranked in the top 15, Ridgeview and Cardinal. Cardinal already with a win here at the state tournament as they took down the number 1 seed, Grandview Christian, in the first game of the day. Kaylin Bader is the leadoff batter here in the 7th inning. It is 5-6-7 coming to the plate for the Hinton Blackhawks. And Iowa City Regina, a 4-run lead, 3 outs away from moving into the winner's bracket to take on 8th-seeded Cardinal. There's a swing and a miss by Bader.
Well, you know what you need to do here, and you need to get base runners and try to figure out a way to get on, do whatever you can do. Whether you take a look at the defense, say they're playing right even with the bag, do you lay down a bunt? Do something to try to get things going for your team.
There's a called strike on that outside edge. That outside corner's been called strike pretty steadily in this one. Bader now facing a 2-2 count. Lily Neibauer delivers a swing and a miss. Strikeout number 3 for Lily Neibauer to start this 7th inning.
And that's what you want to do if you're Regina. Go ahead and get the first down on a strikeout. You want to try to shut them down as quickly as possible. And Neibauer does it herself.
So Cadence Smith steps in. First pitch down below the knees. Smith in this game. A pop out and a strikeout. Here's a pop fly right side of the infield. Noller, the first baseman, settles underneath it and makes the out, and there's 2 away. So now Hinton is down to their final out.
They got a fight and scrap at the plate, try to keep things alive. But Neibauer's starting to feel it, throwing some good pitches, and the defense is backing her up.
So Chanley Boovy now the batter. Boovy 0 for 2, a strikeout and a pop out in her first 2 at-bats. Here's a fly ball to right field, a line drive, but it is caught by Maggie White, and Iowa City Regina win the opener for them in the 2026 2A state tournament, a 6-2 final over Hinton. And so Iowa City Regina moves into the winner's bracket. Hinton will fall down into the elimination bracket. And both teams will play again tomorrow.
Well, they got the big home run in the first inning from Harper Irwin, made it stand up. Hinton tried to chip away at it, came close, and then all of a sudden Regina was able to pick up a few extra insurance runs, 1 each in the 4th, 5th, and 6th inning to give them the victory.
All right, so we look at the 2A field and Iowa City Regina. Their winner's bracket game will be at 12:15 against Cardinal, and Hinton will take on top-seeded Grandview Christian at 10 a.m.
We're going to see certainly some good ball games as continue to work your way through the brackets, and you can see right there that Iowa City Regina advances themselves to the next game.
Harper Irwin gets to put the sticker down, her 3-run bomb, and she scored 3 runs as well in that game. Fantastic performance by the senior for Iowa City Regina. Laura, it's been fun. We'll have more high school coverage coming up here on the Iowa Girls Union Network, powered by Mid-American Energy. For Laura Leonard, I